All right, buckle up, everybody, because today
Ooh, sounds exciting.
it is. We're
Yeah.
diving deep into, making your website. Yeah, yours, the best it can be.
Okay.
Error-free, user-friendly, like a total magnet for
That's
visitors.
the dream.
Ah, yes. And we've got a roadmap from some real pros to help us get there.
Oh, who are we talking about?
These Australian web design gurus, Now Technology Systems, they've got this blog post. It's like a hit list of the most common website blunders.
I bet we've all encountered a few of those.
Oh, guaranteed. And they start right off the bat with one that makes my eye twitch.
Let me guess, broken links.
You got it. How did you know?
Oh, they're like the bane of every website owner's existence.
Yeah.
Not only is it annoying to hit a dead end, but think about it from the user's perspective.
Yeah, it's like showing up to a job interview with your fly undone, right? Just not a great first impression.
Exactly. It screams, I don't care about my website, which
yeah.
then translates to, I don't care about you, the visitor.
Ouch. Yeah, that's not the message we want to be sending.
It erodes trust, and it can tank your SEO. So how do we avoid this?
Right. Is it a constant game of whack-a-mole with these broken links?
Well, the source suggests regular manual checks, which sounds a little tedious, but it's honestly the most reliable way to catch them.
Really? So I got to click through every single page of my website regularly.
I know, right? But there's something called 301 redirects that can help make things less painful. So instead of just deleting old content, you redirect users and search engines to a new page location.
Oh, that makes sense. But wait, so Google actually cares if I'm redirecting properly. I thought that was just about, not confusing visitors.
Oh, it's huge for SEO. Google sees those 301s as a sign of a well-maintained site,
Okay.
and it helps to, preserve your link juice, which is SEO speak for how much authority your page has.
Link juice. Gotta love SEO jargon.
Right.
Okay, so 301 redirects. Got it. Now, I am no stranger to the frustration of a slow-loading website. Ugh, it's like being stuck behind a farm tractor on a one-lane road.
I feel that. And it's even worse for your website. The source mentions that slow loading leads to high bounce rates, but what does that actually mean for, say, an online store?
Yeah, what's the real-world impact here?
Lost customers, plain and simple. People have zero patience these days. If your page doesn't load in like a blink, they're gone and likely off to a competitor.
Yeah.
So what can you do? Well, the blog post suggests image compression. Think of it as, slimming down those bulky image files without losing quality.
Oh, I've been there. I used to think that just resizing images in my photo editor was enough, but then I discovered tools like, Tiny PNG. It was like a revelation. My site speed increased dramatically.
Totally. And a good web host is essential too, like it's the engine of your site.
Mm-hmm.
They also mentioned optimizing code, which can get a bit technical. But even simple things like minimizing plugins can make a difference.
Right. Every little bit helps.
It really does.
It's amazing how many people are just glued to their phones these days. I mean, I'm looking at one right now. The source, they say it's a growing trend, but duh, we're all living it.
Right. It's not even a trend anymore. It's just how people use the web.
Totally. So what's the big deal with responsive design then, and how does it actually affect my website?
It's not just about looking pretty on a phone screen. It's about staying visible to Google.
Really?
Yeah. Google has this thing called, are you ready for this? Mobile first indexing,
Oh, boy.
which basically means they're judging your site based on how it looks and works on a phone first. If your site is clunky on mobile, you're going to get penalized in search rankings.
Wow. Okay, that's a serious wake-up call.
It is. So yeah, responsive design is not just a nice to have, it's a must have.
All right, you've convinced me.
Yeah.
Responsive design, check. Now, I've always been a bit fuzzy on meta tags.
Oh yeah.
They just seem so behind the scenes and kind of mysterious. Can you break them down for me?
Sure. Think of them as like little labels that you attach to your pages, but only search engines can see them.
Okay.
And they basically tell Google what the page is all about.
Oh, so if I'm selling, handmade soap, my meta tags should be screaming delicious smelling, all natural, handcrafted soap.
Exactly. You want to use those keywords that people are actually typing into Google.
Got it.
And don't forget the meta description. That's the little blurb that shows up under your site title and search results. It's like your elevator pitch to convince people to click.
Okay, I never thought about it like that, but that makes sense.
Right.
Okay, meta tags, check. Now, the blog posts from Now Technology Systems, they also throw up a big red flag about security flaws, which honestly is a bit unnerving in this day and age.
Yeah, for good reason.
Right. So what can we do to keep those, digital bad guys at bay?
Well, the source, they mention SSL certificates, which encrypt the data sent between your site and your visitors' browsers.
Yeah.
It's like making it near impossible to eavesdrop on that data.
Yeah.
Protecting things like credit card numbers and passwords.
Okay, so I'm vaguely familiar with those like HTTPS addresses, but I've never really understood what they mean. So that S at the end, that means my site is secure.
Exactly. And it's not just about, the technical security. It's also about signaling to your visitors that you take their privacy seriously.
Right.
Seeing that little padlock icon next to your URL, you can be a powerful trust builder.
Okay, SSL, check. What other security measures should we be thinking about? The source mentions firewalls, but can you explain what those are in simple terms?
Sure. Imagine a bouncer at a club,
Yeah.
right? They decide who gets in and who stays out. That's basically what a firewall does for your website.
Oh, okay, so it's like a digital bodyguard for my website.
Exactly. It's an essential line of defense against hackers and malicious bots.
Okay, firewalls, got it. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground already. Broken links, slow loading times, modal responsiveness, meta tags, security. It's like we've given my website a complete makeover. But it seems like all of these little things, they're actually part of a bigger puzzle, right?
You've hit on a crucial point. The source emphasizes that all of these error-fixing efforts, they contribute to a bigger goal,
Yeah.
creating a seamless user experience.
Ah, yes, that magical phrase we all strive for. But what does that actually look and feel like for a website visitor?
Okay, so seamless user experience. Imagine landing on a website
Okay.
and everything loads instantly.
Mhm.
The layout is clean, easy to read.
Yeah.
You find what you're looking for, boom, couple clicks.
Right.
Never feel lost or confused. That's it.
Okay, that sounds amazing. Like walking into a store where everything is just, exactly where you'd expect it to be.
Right. It's about getting rid of those friction points, anticipating what the user needs, and creating that flow that just feels effortless and enjoyable.
Yeah, because I know from my experience, if I hit a broken link or a page takes forever to load, I'm out of there.
Exactly. A negative experience equals a lost visitor, lost customer, lost opportunity. It's not just about making your website prettier, it's about making it work.
Right, it's got to be effective.
Yes. So investing in that seamless experience, it's key.
Okay, I'm sold on seamless. Now technology systems folks, they also mention security.
Oh, yeah, big time.
They don't go into too much detail, but it's clear they see it as essential for a good user experience.
Oh, absolutely. Security is not just about protecting your data. It's about protecting your visitors' trust.
That's true.
Think about it. Would you enter your credit card info on a site that looks shady or doesn't seem secure?
No way. I'd be hitting that back button so fast.
Exactly. So having those strong security measures, it's about creating that sense of safety, of trust for your visitors.
Like having a security guard at the entrance to that perfectly organized store we were just talking about.
Yes, it makes people feel comfortable coming in and, browsing.
Right. Makes sense.
That feeling, that comfort, that's what we want.
So SSL certificates, that's like the bare minimum these days, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
What else should we be thinking about? They mentioned firewalls, but what are those really?
Okay, picture this. Firewalls are like the gatekeepers of your website.
Okay.
They're a barrier between your site and the outside world, filtering traffic, blocking any suspicious activity.
So if some hacker's trying to break in, the firewall's like, nope, not today.
You got it. Essential line of defense.
Okay, firewalls, check. Now, meta tags, I gotta admit, they still kind of mystify me.
Oh, yeah, they can be tricky.
Can we do meta tags 101?
Think of them as instructions for search engines, little labels on your pages that only Google can see.
So Google's way of organizing all the websites out there.
Exactly. They help the search engines understand what each page is about.
Got it. So if I've got a page about, let's say, handmade pottery, what kind of meta tag should I use?
You want keywords that people are searching for, right?
Yeah.
So ceramic mugs, clay pots, handmade pottery gifts.
So it's about anticipating what people are typing into Google.
Yep. And don't forget the meta description, that little blurb that appears below your website's title in the search results. That's your chance to really draw people in.
Oh, okay, like a mini advertisement for the page.
Exactly.
Got it. Make it catchy.
Make it count.
Okay, I'm starting to get this meta tag thing. It's all about helping Google, helping people find me.
Right. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that's, it's crucial in today's world. Responsive design.
Ah, yes. Making sure my website looks good on phones, tablets, everything.
It's more than just looking good.
Yeah.
The source mentioned that more people are browsing on their phones, but that's kind of obvious, right?
Yeah, we're all doing it.
Exactly. It's the new normal. And what's really interesting is that Google has actually adapted its algorithms to reflect this.
Wait, what do you mean?
They have this thing called mobile-first indexing.
Mobile first? What's that?
Basically, Google is using the mobile version of your website to determine your ranking.
Oh, wow. So if my website isn't designed for mobile, I'm in trouble.
You could be, yeah. It makes sense, though, right? More and more people are searching on their phones, so Google wants to make sure it's showing sites that work well on mobile.
Okay, so responsive design, it's not just about aesthetics, it's about like survival in the Google rankings.
Pretty much. It's about creating a website that adapts to any screen size, ensuring that everyone has a good experience.
Got it. So instead of having like separate websites for desktop and mobile, I need one design that can, what, transform itself?
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just about resizing text and images. It's about optimizing the layout, the navigation, all of it.
Right, because trying to tap on tiny buttons on my phone, that's just frustrating.
And a frustrated user is a user who leaves.
Okay, so responsive design, it's an investment in user experience, in my Google ranking, in the success of my website.
You got it.
Okay, I'm convinced. Now, they mentioned using Google's mobile-friendly test.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
What is that exactly?
It's a free tool, analyzes your website, and tells you how mobile-friendly it is.
Cool. I'm going to check that out.
You should. It's really useful.
Okay, so we've talked about broken links, slow loading times, security, meta tags, responsive design. It's like we've given my website a complete checkup. But I still have this question. How do all of these pieces fit together to create that seamless user experience we keep talking about?
That's the heart of it all, right? Seamless isn't just about fixing individual errors. It's about the whole experience.
So it's about more than just the technical stuff. It's about the feeling I give to the visitor. So it's about like the vibe of the website.
It's about the feeling, yeah. Think about a store you love going to.
Okay.
It's well organized, looks nice, friendly staff, right?
Yeah, it's an experience, not just like a shopping trip.
Exactly. You can apply that same thinking to your website.
Interesting.
Ask yourself, what kind of experience do I want my visitors to have?
Okay.
How can I make them feel welcome, informed, empower them?
So it's like creating that same sense of warmth online that you might get in a real store.
Exactly. It's about thoughtful design, clear communication, and really focusing on what your users need.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. Now Technology Systems blog post, they also talk about the importance of like ongoing maintenance.
Oh, yeah.
They compare it to car maintenance, which I guess makes sense.
Hey, you don't just buy a car and never service it, right?
Right. So what are some like website maintenance things we should be doing regularly?
Well, first off, checking for broken links like we talked about.
Yeah.
Got to make it a habit to scan your site and fix those.
Like website spring cleaning.
Exactly. And while you're at it, keep your software, plugins, themes all up to date.
Right. We talked about that for security, but it's important for like performance too, right?
Absolutely. Updates often include, bug fixes, security patches, new features, all that good stuff.
So it's like giving my website regular software upgrades.
Yeah. And speaking of upgrades, don't forget about backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like insurance for your website.
I back up my computer, but I haven't thought much about my website. Why is that so important?
Imagine your website crashes, or you get hacked, or accidentally delete files.
Oh.
Without a backup, you could lose everything.
Okay. Yeah, I need to set up backups for sure. What else?
Monitor your website analytics. It's like a window into how people are using your site.
Right. We talked about that. Analytics can tell you what pages are popular, how long people are staying, all that.
You can see what's working, what's not, and use that to make your site better.
So it's all about continuous improvement.
Exactly.
Now, if someone's feeling overwhelmed by all of this, I mean, we've covered a lot.
We have.
Now, Technology Systems, the company behind that blog post, they actually offer website maintenance services.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's like having a personal trainer for your website?
If you need help, it's a good idea to get it.
Makes sense. Well, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive. From those little errors to the bigger picture of user experience, we really covered it all.
We did. And it really all comes back to your visitors. Make their experience easy, enjoyable, and you're setting yourself up for success.
It's not just about having a pretty website. It's about creating something valuable, something that connects with people.
Exactly. Create a space that people want to visit, engage with, come back to.
That's a great way to put it. All right, before we go, I have a challenge for our listeners. Think about your website. What's one thing you can do today to improve it?
It could be small, like fixing a broken link, or something big, like making it mobile-friendly.
Whatever it is, just take that first step. Remember, even small changes can make a big difference.
So go forth and optimize. Make those websites awesome.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. We'll see you next time.